Okay mga lads, welcome back to another content. And for this video, pag-uusapan po natin ito. I'm encouraging everyone to use the loud voice. Pero hindi yan eh. Sabi dito ng isang Twitter post, Brad, they suddenly cut the live stream in the middle of speech ni of Dionela about the artist using their voice against corruption. Awit. So this is what happened was, itong si Dionela kasi, nakatanggap siya ng award from the Awit Awards, Awit Vibe Awards, something like this. Pero, more importantly, meron kasing trend sa Amerika, yung parang yung mga nagiging outspoken yung mga artists about civics, political and civics issues. Ngayon, dito sa atin, medyo papunta tayo doon dahil nga doon sa rampant corruption na nangyayari sa ating bansa. In fact, we are being encouraged by media to speak up. Lahat ng platforms natin gamitin natin at wag nating kalimutan yung mga nangyayari sa ating bansa. Because we Filipinos, we tend to forget about things that is happening in our country. So, mga kamatis, mga kaibigan, without further ado, ito na po yung speech ni Dionela. Cut. Okay.
Ng mga taong nakasuporta. Thank you, God. Thank you so much. Thank you sa UMG family.
Okay.
At sa lahat ng mga taong nakasuporta po sa likod ko. Maraming salamat po. And in front of these beautiful artists, beautiful people, gusto ko lang i-grab tong chance na to to share this beautiful thing.
Okay.
I just wanna remind everyone na I don't think nilagay tayo ng Panginoon kung nasan tayo ngayon just for popularity, fame, and money. Naniniwala akong there's a greater purpose kung bakit tayo nandito. And
so, maganda naman yung sinabi niya. So far, so good.
Let me remind everyone na yes, we're artists at nandito tayo to express ourselves through our crafts and through our songs. But I just want to remind everyone na there's people look up on us. There are people look up on us. And we're not here just to entertain them but also to inspire them. At naniniwala akong
maganda naman yung speech niya so far.
Tayong mga manlilikha ay isa sa may pinakamalakas na boses sa mga panahong ito.
Correct, kayo yung pinakamalaking reach.
And I'm encouraging everyone to use that loud voice against sa corruption na nangyayari sa bansa natin ngayon. Yeah. And
so, accordingly, sa national media kasi to pinost, pero yung live stream sa internet, tuloy-tuloy pa rin. Pero yung sa national media, which has a wider audience, kinat daw. Okay? Tuloy lang natin. Kasi this is the actual scene na cut. Okay? So, live broadcast kasi yan, pinost agad yung stream. Ayan. So, there's a good like 20 seconds to 25 seconds here na wala talagang boses. Mamaya, di bale, papakinggan naman natin yan sa ibang platform. Pero, I'm just showing you na why why there is censorship or there is censorship and why it happened. So, of course, yung mga ganito kasing mga, yung mga, ayan talagang kinat nila. Usually kasi mga lods, etong mga ganitong bagay, gusto nila maging brand safe sila. And kapag ikaw ay nagkukwento about sa politics, nagiging polarized ka. Gets nyo yun? Ibig sabihin, meron kang certain types of audience na hindi mo na isasali sa content mo. Halimbawa sa akin, alam nyo naman ako since 2022, kung nakikinig kayo sa akin, kakamping ko. So yung buti nga yung ibang mga Marcos loyalist, medyo nakikinig na sa akin eh. Pero pag DDS ka, definitely ayaw mo sa akin. Pero some of you guys na DDS, nakikinig na rin sa akin and maraming salamat sa inyo. Point being is that, kung naging fence-sitter ako, kagaya ng ibang mga content creator dito, na mga fence-sitter sila, ibig sabihin, hindi nila sinasabi yung political stand nila. Kasi mga pusit duwag yung mga yun. Kaya, syempre, mas gugustuhin nila yung maging brand safe sila, na mas gusto sila ng lahat ng audience. So, I'm so used to people not liking my stance. It is part of the being a social media influencer, especially dun sa branding, ultimate branding ko na debunker. So, sanay ako dun sa ganong klaseng hatred ng ibang part ng audience na yun. Pero of course, syempre, pag siguro ang pinaka-reward ko na lang dito talaga, pag nakakakita ako ng mga DDS na nako-convince ko. So that's what I'm trying to say sa inyo. Na when you go political, you isolate a certain part of your audience na hindi na sila makikinig sa'yo. So, talagang challenge talaga siya. Pero pag duwag na fence-sitter ka, good to go ka, di ba? And si Jonella, pinakita niya yung katapangan niya dito that he's not just sitting on the fence. He will stand for what is right. Kaya ayun, maraming salamat. Kaya palakpakan tayo kay Jonella. Okay, so ngayon, syempre, iba-iba yung mga naging ayan, dapat talaga i-boycott yung award na yan. Never betting the crooked awards giving body. Actually, hindi naman. Intindihan niyo yung award giving body that they don't want to be political as much as possible. This is actually an escape sa realidad ng mundo natin na punong-puno ng corruption. Kumbaga, dun sa 1-2 oras na papanoorin niyo yung show nila, gusto nila is everybody happy. Walang political color, walang kung ano man, it's just entertainment. I'm just saying sa inyo yung perspective ng isang media network na entertainment ang galaw at hindi political. Okay? may ads pa talaga. Mga di natin to binoycott. Pag di natin to binoycott next year, ewan ko lang talaga. Huwag niyong i-boycott. Intindihin niyo siya. That's why kaming mga influencers, we're trying our best to explain sa inyo yung perspective ng kabilang parlor. Para hindi tayo lagi nag-aaway, di ba? Teka lang. Ito, ano naman kaya ang reason nila this time? May surge daw ulit sa viewers. Hindi. Talagang ano yan. He knows very well the meaning of purpose. Every show dapat binubusisi. Nagbulto sa Awit Award. So, you get, I think you understand na maraming napika dito sa galawan na to. Pero ang pinopoint ko rito mga lods, ayun. Ang pinopoints ko dito mga lods, sana magets nyo yung idea kung bakit yung mga media network, they try to fence it sa mga ganitong bagay. I mean, it's a pussy move, pero understand that they would like to be more inclusive, meaning to say yung mga audience gusto nilang makinig. Hayaan nyo, ganun talaga. Trabaho nila yan na mag-entertain. And si Jonella, he is free to say what he wants to say. Pero, in fairness naman sa kanya, nakakita tayo dito ng yung...
There's a greater purpose kung bakit tayo nandito. Yes, we're artists at nandito tayo to express ourselves through our crafts and through our songs. But I just want to remind everyone people look up on us. We're not here just to entertain them but also to inspire them. At naniniwala akong tayo mga manlilikha ay isa sa may pinakamalakas na boses sa mga panahong ito.
Yes!
And, I'm encouraging everyone to use that loud voice against sa corruption na nangyayari sa bansa natin. Corruption thrives in fear and silence, and fear ends now. Mabuhay ang OPM.
So that was a very short but very strong speech ni Jonella, and I'd like to applaud him, di ba? Kasi hindi siya nagfe-fence it and it's very controversial talaga kasi when artists like, especially the young ones, are trying to voice out their opinion on political matters. Whether you like it or not, corruption kasi is inherently a political matter. And kapag pumunta dun yung artist, baka kasi mandiri yung ibang mga tao na ayaw namin yung mga ganyan klaseng kwentuhan na yan. Pero nakikita ko kasi yung trend ngayon that younger generation, younger people are more okay with talking about the corruption in this country. Kasi naalala ko yung sinabi ni Vico Soto na mandiri kayo sa corruption. And sana dumating yung ganun. Kasi ako, I came from a generation na, well, I understand that it's inherently embedded sa sistema natin. Like, eto na lang, yung political dynasty. Yan yung unang-unang problema. Tingin ko kung may panggagalingan ng corruption dito sa Pilipinas, it's the political dynasty. Pero it will never end or it will never change right now. So, meaning to say, it will never end hanggat hindi nababago yon. And unfortunately, I'm not even sure kung ako ay mabubuhay na makitang mabuwag yan. But the younger generation, kayong mga 18 years old and below, na nakikinig kay Jonella, or even yung mga 30s and below, na baka naman meron kayong meron pa kayong chance na baguhin yung sistema when you are the voting public come 2028. So, siguro yun na lang siguro yung wish ko rito. Kaya ako, even though maraming criticism sa akin sa politics, I still continue. I still carry on dun sa paniniwala ko. Whether tawagin nyo akong bayaran, whether tawagin nyo akong tuta ni ganito or mali yung paniniwala ko, I still continue because I believe in what I do. Yun naman talaga yun eh. Kahit nasabihin yung cringe, kahit nasabihin yung walang kwenta, walang credibility, it doesn't matter. Kasi I also want something good for my country. Kaso nga lang talaga, criticism will always be there. Insults will always be there. So it's really up to you how you will walk the path kung paano mo lalakarin yung path na yan. And I'm really happy for a young individual like si Dionela na I know this will, siguro yung mga paastig na bata, yung mga cool kids, he will be criticized dyan down the line. But you know, maganda na meron siyang ganyang klaseng paninindigan. Hindi lang siya nagfe-fence it. And I'm really happy for him. I'll applaud him for that. Okay, Dionela, congratulations sa'yo. Yun lang naman po yung sa akin for today. Gege mga lods.